Hey everybody, it's the Golden Sound Twice. I'm laying down on my stomach today because I'm not feeling the greatest. And also, though, I will rise up just a little bit to show you. Look how cute my shirt is. It has floof on it, and I feel like I'm either a conductor or I'm a French sword duelist, and I should be in the 17th century, but like with a leopard print top. But I definitely should be like out fencing with somebody right now. So today, this video is going to be in continuation of me talking about the 2003 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And so I got a request from Angry Aries to talk about the turtles' dynamics with each other, and to specifically talk about like the other siblings hanging out with each other, because a lot of people talk about, the Raphael and the Leonardo dynamics and a lot of the tension that's between the two of them, or people will talk a lot about like the Donatello and the Michelangelo dynamics, which is, two nerds getting into shenanigans together. And those are both really fun dynamics, and I definitely want to tackle that. But today, we're going to talk about the Raphael and Donatello dynamic. So the two middle children hanging out with each other, and all the differences and similarities, and kind of like what their sibling relationship looks like. And so this is part one. Dun, dun, dun. So, yes, I'm a nerd. Y'all have to deal with it. So and I apologize if this video seems a bit choppy, and it's because, if I was a professional, I would write out a script and then memorize the script like I was taught in all of my lovely theater classes, and then I would present said script and be like, look how professional cool I am. But would I do that? No. And then, I should probably take time to learn how to use YouTube and, make a long video, and then cut and paste it and put it together and make it all pretty. Also, do I do that? No, it is on my list. It is on my list. If anybody wants to give me tips, let me know. Also, I look terribly disembodied. That's not cool. As you can see, though, I'm wearing different pairs of socks. Again, I have stated I'm a nerd. So, so to talk about Donatello and Raphael and their dynamics together, here we go. It's really interesting because, so if we break them down to their basics, Raphael's the muscles, Donatello's the science guy, and so they at times have very different types of personalities, and they clash a lot. And we've seen that in a lot of different incarnations of the TMNT series. But what I really loved about the 2003 series is that their personalities had so much dimension and characteristics to them. They were very 3D. They were very much like real people, in that everybody is complex and we have different sides to us. And I felt that the 2003 series, really worked on this. And like I said in the first video, when I was, giving slight little characteristics about the characters, is that Raphael, he is a very emotional character and angry about things that are not right in the world, and also angry, to me it seemed, that he and his brothers have to live in secret because he has so many things he wants to do. He wants to reach out to people, but being a mutant makes it slightly near darn impossible to do so. And he's very, compassionate. And then there's Donatello, who yearns to be with people as well and would love to be a part of the scientific community. And he's very empathetic and very compassionate and sympathetic. And so these two characters, one who runs off of passion and emotion, and the other who runs off of logic and intellect, sometimes they really do clash. At their worst, they'll be fighting with each other over Raphael only thinking, with his emotions, and Donatello being submerged. Yeah, I just said submerged. There are times where I'm not wrong. He's definitely been underwater doing feigns, and everybody's like, has anybody seen Donnie? It's been like 5 hours, and he pops out of like the lake water. He's like, yo, I was just building something out of water, you know, whatever. And everybody's like, what? Tell us this stuff. Anyway, so, but you know, Donatello being very like focused on his inventions, and so they have different interests, and sometimes they really just clash with each other. But that's, you know, that's the negative aspects of their sibling dynamics. The positive dynamics are just so much fun to watch. First of all, they love to goof off. They do have a common interest in what I saw was like, you know, in motorcycle and automobile sort of things. And so, you know, we very rarely saw Raph helping Donatello when he was like, you know, working on different inventions, but it was hinted every now and then that like, you know, that they would be working on something together. That was either with Raph's motorcycle or when Donatello was trying to make like, you know, I don't remember what it's called. I have failed this fandom. Was it the Shellmobile? Anyway, whenever Donnie was working on these feigns, it was implied that Raph would be helping him at times. And so, you know, they had their shared interests there. Their dynamics, you know, as a whole in the family, I think also kind of like affects how they are together. Like, I feel like Donatello, so like, you know, so Master Splinter was like just the overall parent. He was both mother and father to the entire group. And then Leonardo was like secondary mother / big brother, but Donatello is the third mother of the group. Donatello moms everybody so much, and it's beautiful. And then Raphael is permanent, like, brother status. And so, whenever Donatello is... I said Raphael is permanent brother status. Yes, okay, good. Whenever Donatello is off getting into trouble doing feigns, Raph is always like slightly like Donatello will go off and do something and Raph's just like, right, but is it dawn proof? Is this safe for him to do? Raph is very concerned about whatever shenanigans Donnie is getting himself into. It's because Donnie's like curiosity and fearlessness for the unknown is a bit concerning at times, and Raphael is the first sibling to be like, no, you are not going to jump into a transdimensional portal without my blessing. Get your butt back here. I'm your big brother. You are not doing this. So, out of all of the brothers, it seems that Raph has like made himself designated like, I'm going to protect this purple bandana wearing maniac who would like throw himself off a building in the name of science, and I cannot deal with that stress. And so, and then like, as we all know in season 4, when Donatello is nicked by the cockroach human mutant, I remember just watching that as a teen and being like terrified of this grotesque creature. So I can't even imagine watching that as like a 7-year-old. It scarred me. Anywho, so when Donatello was nicked by this grotesque creature, Raph was all up in the, excuse me, I need to go save my brother, business. Like, he was the first one there. He got Donatello out of the danger. So Raph definitely has protective tendencies towards Donatello, and I think his immediate go-to is being the big brother for Donatello. And Donnie, you know, sometimes he's receptive to it, other times he's not receptive to it. Both are very independent brothers, and so, you know, because Raph is the whole like, I'm the lone wolf, and unfortunately that gets overplayed with his personality. we don't usually get to see him being the big brother, I'm going to protect all these small children. But he seems to have that for Donatello. Whereas Donatello, like I said, he's kind of like the third mother. And so he's very like, I'm going to mother everybody. So he'll either be I'm going to make sure that you have had food, even though I haven't eaten in like 3 days, type personality. Or sometimes Donatello can be the naggy, like, no, don't go do that. And that can be very irritating towards Raph sometimes. But when it comes to Raph, whenever Raph plays the I'm a big brother who's going to protect you role, Donatello is very receptive to that most of the time. Unless if he's being very like, I don't care what you're going to say, I'm going to go jump off the building in the name of science, bye! Then he's not so receptive to it. And then everybody's like, oh my gosh, Donatello, why are you doing this? And then Donnie, falling to his death going, science! This video is not making sense. I'm sorry. But again, so it's very interesting because when I sit and I think back about it, they have this very interesting where when Donatello needs to be protected, when he needs to be helped, Raphael is the first one there. And Donnie is receptive to that behavior, and he accepts it and seems to welcome it. And it's one of the few times that we get to see this character who is fiercely independent, who relies so much on his intellect to allow somebody else to take care of him. And I think that shows the strength in their trust and their bond and the love that they have. Because, you're family and, you're supposed to love each other. Not all the time. Because, again, there's definitely been times where we've seen, Raph get very short-tempered with Donatello when they're in a situation and he can't comprehend the science that Donnie is spewing. And then Donnie will get frustrated because people aren't always able to understand where he's coming from or what he's trying to say. But when it really counts, when they really need each other, they are there for each other. And Raph is always immensely proud of Donnie. And whether or not he always has the best way of showing it, he isn't afraid to be like, yeah, my little brother, he built this. Yeah. I'm not even surprised. Like, it's just that cool. Raphael's bandana flip. This is my little brother's. And Donnie relies so heavily on Raph. He never, like, when Raph is put into question with everybody else, he's not like afraid to be like, no, I think Raph's got this. He trusts in Raph. He knows that if he needs help, Raphael's going to be there for him. And honestly, also when they're just being dorky and nerdy, it's great to watch them banter back and forth. They're complete and total nerds and goofballs, and I love it. It's great. So again, like with any family, they have their struggles. Especially when Raph is off fighting with the other brothers, Donatello gets frustrated, and like they're just family can sometimes be really frustrating, but it was never toxic with them. And the more that they grew into who they were, the more they were able to appreciate each other and appreciate each other's skills and what each could bring to the table. And they knew that Raph wasn't just the muscles. Donatello wasn't just the smart guy. Like, they were able to come to each other and just be like, just have that bond where they could bring out the best in each other. I think a really good episode of these two working together was Hate. it was like season 4, I believe. Yeah, season 4. And they ended up searching out this, it was after the Triceratons had come in season 3, and people were like, oh, we need to go blow up New York now because that's where all the aliens are coming from. That would actually happen in real life, wouldn't it? Oh, that's terrifying to think about. Anywho, so that was a really great episode to see the two of them get along together, and like Raphael having faith in Donatello's skills that he would be able to like stop the bomb, and then Donatello being completely placed out of his comfort zone. I love that line, since when do I do the crazy stuff? Isn't that your department? And Raph's like, I gotta drive. You're the one that can do this. Jump off of a car going 90 miles an hour onto another car and disarm a bomb. I believe in you. And Donnie's like, great! I love family bonding. But so we got to see them working together, and they were able to play off of each other's strengths and skills. And, you know, maybe in season 1 or even season 2, that would have been a little bit harder to see, but by the time season 3 and 4 comes around, they just have complete and total trust in each other, and they're able to work together and bring out the best in each other. And so it's a fun dynamic to watch. Their banters back and forth are great because the more comfortable they get with each other, the more they're able to goof off and joke. And I love it. They're just dorks. It's great. It's beautiful. So that is my long video and thoughts on that. I took longer than I thought, but oh well. Anyway, so shout out to Angry Aries for asking me. I hope you enjoyed that cluster shenanigan of me trying to intellectually put my thoughts together. Anywho's, so I hope y'all have a wonderful day today. And so the Golden Sound Twice out. Yes, I said that right. And so hopefully look forward to seeing more videos from me in the future.